and sisters, men, students and scholars, teachers and trainers, professors and professionals, those who are listening, watching, all my dear friends, listeners, readers, speakers, observers, examiners, evaluators, directors, doctors, ministers, managers, the most honorable present Prime Minister Modi ji. I heartily, cordially welcome all of you. It is really nice time, nice place, nice section that we are defining, explaining our holy cultural identity, unity in diversity. Science to spirituality, language to literature. Let us go through what changes we have around us in the world. What kind of changes? Politically, economically, socially, and even emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually we have around us. All these changes, let us read in the form of unity in diversity, which is a great feature of our nation. Change is the rule of nature, and nature is the common concept of all our holy religions of this holy land. So let us go through among the changes from the words hits back at Stalin amid delimitation draw. No southern state will lose any allied seats. Whatever the increase in seats, southern states will get fair share from Chennai. A day after DMK leader and Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin described the proposed delimitation exercise as a word hanging over the head of South India. Union Home Minister Amit Shah said Wednesday that the southern states, including Tamil Nadu, will not lose a single parliamentary seats on account of delimitation. Addressing BJP workers at the inauguration of party offices in Coimbatore, Tiruvannamalai and Ramanathapuram, Shah said today a meeting will be held. Does not suffer on account of delimitation. The proposed delimitation after 50 years has the southern states worried that an exercise based on population will disregard their progress in population control, reduce their representation in parliament, and give the northern states an undue advantage. Half-filled RS member Sanjeev Arora for Ludhiana West Assembly by call. BJP and Conclave Kejriwal said to enter Rajya Sabha. AAP denies from Chandigarh. 19 FIRs require in Punjab so far, 32 countries. Global money trailed FIRs on deported statements from Ludhiana. In September last year, Govinder Singh, a 44-year-old dairy farmer from Patiala left home after paying Haryana-based agents rupees 45 lakh to go to the United States, according to an FIR registered by the Punjab Police. EU trade talks India to red flag carbon tax data. Privacy concerns. Trump offers 5 million $5 million gold card visas for US citizenship. From New Delhi, the US President Donald Trump has announced plans to offer a gold card visa that can be bought for $5 million, which 43.5 crore approximately, as route to American citizenship. The proposed visa will replace the existing EB-5 visa for foreign investors. They would say shortcuts से sports quota जब मिला है. Their sporting dreams are nursed in silence, but before and after briefly lingering career, these athletes get saddled with pursuit of sports quota jobs. National badminton coach Leela Gopichand recently highlighted the plight suffered by athletes who commit to sports, prioritizing it over education. Here is for recalls of lives that revolve around the job that might offer financial security but not always dignity. Luxury of playing only in Dubai, desert storm blows in India's favor. Pakistan's transgender community finds hope and dignity at a culinary school. News from Lahore. Pope Francis sits upright in hospital. Vatican Argentines in Rome pray for speedy recovery from Rome. Pope Francis was sitting upright and receiving therapy for double pneumonia Wednesday. The Vatican said as Argentines, Romans and others kept up the steady stream of prayers for him. Francis remained in critical condition, but the Holy See machinery ground on with the announcement of new bishops and a new church fundraising initiative. The Vatican said that it hoped to have information later in the day about the results of CT scan taken Tuesday evening to check on the status of the complex lung infection. Francis has chronic lung disease and was admitted to Rome's Gemelli Hospital after a bout of bronchitis was sent. On Wednesday, the Vatican said he had appointed 4 new bishops and approved the creation of a new fundraising initiative for the Holy See. On Tuesday night, the faithful from Francis's homeland gathered in the Argentine Church of Rome for special mass presided over by Cardinal Baldassare Reina, the Pope's vicar for Rome. Reina was also celebrating the long-time Mass on Wednesday at Gemelli to pray for Francis. The rector of the Argentinian Church, the Reverend Fernando Laguna, said that he hoped the Pope could feel the embrace of the communities fail. Must to attend Trump cabinet meet as judges question secretaries of DOS. From Washington, Elon Musk, the billionaire advisor tasked with radically downsizing the US government, will attend President Donald Trump's first cabinet meeting on Wednesday as turmoil continues to swirl around his plans to fire federal workers. The meeting comes amid a tug of war between Musk and Trump and officials in the US government in what has become an early test of Musk's authority. Musk is not a cabinet official, but no one in the president's circle has wielded more influence in Trump's early weeks. Musk's email directive that all federal workers reveal their accomplishments or face losing their jobs plunged the government into the chaos after some agencies told their employees to comply with this demand and others said they could ignore it. Even after the US Office of Personnel Management, the agency that oversees the federal bureaucracy, told workers they need not respond to Musk's email, Trump and his allies seem to suggest workers may be better off if they comply with Musk's wishes. Musk Saturday said federal workers must list 5 things they did during the week or risk termination and gave them a 48-hour deadline to respond. On Tuesday, Musk continued to press on social media for workers to respond. He was seemingly aided in that effort by Trump, who told reporters on Tuesday that the email request was somewhat voluntary, but it is not. If you don't answer, I guess you get fired. Where is Mr. Musk in all of this? During a hearing on Monday, in a case trying to block access by the House cost-cutting team to Treasury Department system, a federal judge repeatedly pressed the government lawyer to clarify who is running things. Where is Musk in all of this? Asked the US District Judge Colleen Cortelli. I don't have any information beyond close advisor to the President, responded Bradley Humphreys, an attorney for the Department of Justice. You can tell me what role he has. The judge persisted. Cortelli did not say if she would block doors and Musk put the Treasury Department information system as requested. Maldives passes bill to reduce number of Supreme Court judges, suspends 3. Custody court stands from 7 to 5. Suspension shortly before a hearing on action against MPs over defection. Officials say over ongoing corruption probe. Washington, Kiwi agreed to terms of critical minerals deal. From Kiwi, US airbase in Italy locks down over security alarm. Hamas will exchange bodies of 4 hostages for prisoners if fragile truce intact. China holds shooting drills of Taiwan was pushed for reunification. Let us go through from the field of economy. Proposed Delhi airport tariff hike to make airfares only marginally costlier. News from New Delhi. Conflicting GST liability rulings prompt ride apps to tap subscription model. With its sights on Europe, Indigo to air 3 more wide body jets on them, please. Deep 6 steps up competition offers up to 75% of peak discount to rail bus. Farmers share in Rabi crop consumer prices range from 40 to 67% RBI survey. Amazon eyes artificial intelligence overhaul for Alexa. News from New York. Amazon will host an event showcasing new capabilities for Alexa on Wednesday. This is expected to bring the service into the age of generative artificial intelligence. The firm has been short on details beyond confirming an event. It is hosting with its head of devices in New York is Alexander. Alexa Fox, however, people familiar with the matter said the event will see the unveiling of a secret project known internationally as Vinyan aimed at making Alexa more conversational. The effort carries significant weight at Amazon, which has plowed billions of dollars into Alexa since its launch in 2014. Farmers share in Rabi crop consumer prices range from 40 to 67% RBI survey. From Mumbai, a pan-India survey conducted by Reserve Bank of India, officials has revealed that farmers received a share ranging from 40 to 67% of consumer prices for major Rabi crops. The survey, which covered major Rabi crops during May to July 2024, found that farmers' shares are high for non-perishable crops and low for fruits and vegetables. Wheat farmers emerged as the biggest beneficiaries, with a 67% share of consumer prices, owing to the fact that wheat is a notified commodity with a significant portion of produce sold through the public procurement system. Rice farmers received an estimated 52% share of retail prices. This figure is consistent with previous surveys, indicating a stable trend in farmers' shares for rice. Around one-fourth of the respondent wheat farmers in the 2024 survey are reported to have sold their output to the government under a procurement system. Procurement at minimum support price gives farmers an assured market option. The estimate of 67% is consistent with the available literature, which suggests that wheat farmers' share in the consumer's price ranges between 53 to 74%, said the survey report authored by five RBI officials. No southern state will lose any legislature seat, SAR says. Southern states will get a fair share. There is no reason to doubt this. A day earlier, Stalin had warned that Tamil Nadu could lose up to 8 of its 39 Lok Sabha constituencies due to the delimitation exercise, potentially reducing its seats to 31. He had described the process as a sword hanging over the head of South India, raising fears of diminished representation and rights for Tamil Nadu. Shah struck back, accusing Stalin of lying to the Tamil people and escalating issues to divert attention from its government's alleged failures. You means Stalin are lying to Tamil people and misleading them with false claims about delimitation. Shah said, I demand your reply. Why are you making these false claims? Beyond delimitation, Shah broadened his attack to encompass the ruling DMK government's track record on corruption, governance, and law and orders. DMK is one party with a master's degree in corruption. He said, accusing its leaders without taking names of money laundering, sand mining, and involvement in scams, including the 2G scandal. She also painted a dire picture of Tamil Nadu's current state. Tamil Nadu's law and order standards are becoming low compared to other states, he said. He positioned the 2026 Assembly election as a turning point for the state, urging BJP workers to establish the NDA government in Tamil Nadu. Time has come, DMK's anti-people, anti-national government should be sent out of power, he said. This NDA government we will establish here should be a new beginning. All separatist, divisive ideologies should be eliminated. All anti-national forces should be destroyed here, he said. Women raped in bus at busy stand accused on the Pune. It is related to Pune. West Trust of India from Pune. A man with a criminal record allegedly raped a 26-year-old woman inside a stationary state transport bus at the busy Swargate bus stand in Pune city. Police said Wednesday, adding that multiple teams are looking for the accused who is on the run. The incident, which took place on Tuesday morning, drew sharp reactions from opposition leaders who blamed the Home Department held by Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis for failing to deal with rising crime in the Pune region. Trump offers $5 million gold card, $5 million gold card visas for citizenship. We are going to be settling a gold card. We are going to be putting a price on that card of about $5 million, Trump told reporters in the Oval Office on Tuesday. It's going to give you green card privilege. Pulse is going to be a route to citizenship, and wealthy people would be coming into our country by buying this card, he said, adding that details about the scheme would come out in 2 weeks. This is somewhat like a green card, but at a higher level of sophistication. It is a road to citizenship for people, and essentially people of wealth or people of great talent, where people of wealth pay for those people of talent to get in, meaning companies will pay for people to get in and to have long-term status in the country, he said. They will be wealthy and they will be successful and they will be spending a lot of money and paying a lot of taxes and employing a lot of people, and we think it's going to be extremely successful, Trump said. Trump said Russian oligarchs could qualify for the gold cards. When asked by a journalist if they would be eligible, yes, possibly. I know some Russian oligarchs that are very nice, he said. Later, U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutkin said the Trump gold card would replace the 35-year-old EB-5 program began to reach the EB-5 program. It was full of nonsense, made believe and fraud, and it was a key way to get a green card that was low price. So the president said, rather than having this sort of ridiculous EB-5 program, we are going to end the EB-5 program. We are going to replace it with the Trump gold card, Nick said. He said the gold card actually a green card that comes at a price would raise the price of admission for investors and do away with fraud and nonsense that he said characterizes the AB5 programs. While the AB5 visas mandates creation of at least 10 jobs, there was no mention of such requirement for the proposed gold card visa. Trump floated the idea of selling 10 million of these visas to help reduce the federal deficit, calling it great, maybe fantastic. While the US Congress determines qualifications for citizenship, Trump heard gold cards would not require congregational approval. The AB5 program, administered by the US Citizenship and Immigration Services, was created in 1990 to stimulate the US economy through job creation and capital investment by foreign investors, according to the US CIS website. Speaking to the Indian Express, immigration experts said the AB5 program had become popular among Indians over the last 8 years or so. Besides the investment threshold, the basic difference between the two visa programs seems to be on job creation, said Varun Singh, Managing Director of Bengaluru-based Immigration and Citizenship Firm. While AB5 would mandate 10 local jobs to be created and application is approved only once that condition is fulfilled, the new program is merely about the investment amount, which directly in terms of purchasing of property or acquisition or buying of shares, he said. So while the AB5 is a complex process, a gold card could be a simple, direct process even as details are awaited. He added there are no real details as to when it might come into effect and what the requirements will be. Alex Joy, Immigration Advisor at Davies and Associates, LLC with officers in New York and London, told the Indian Express over email any change to the current AB5 program or new immigration programs will require an act of parliament to take effect, he said. The AB5 program is used in large measure by Indian and Chinese citizens, some of whom are already in the US on other visa program, including the H-1B Joey Shat. Jitendra Singh stressed his need for scientific advancements to benefit common men. News from Shimla, Minister of State. Independent charge for the Ministry of Science and Technology and Ministry of Earth Sciences. Jitendra Singh on Wednesday emphasized the role of science in society and stressed the need for scientific advancements to benefit the common man. From applicant visiting Himachal to get costlier as state announces hike in toll. For seated private and commercial cars to pay 10 more rupees. Commercial and cargo vehicles to pay 20 rupees extra. From Shimla, visiting Himachal Pradesh is said to become costlier from April 1 as the state government has announced a hike in toll barrier fees for the financial year 2025 to 26. While both four-seater private and commercial vehicle owners will see a ₹10 increase, commercial, the smell sound, hello ji, हाँ जी बहुत बढ़िया, nice to see, nice to read your message online. Thank you for watching, thank you for interacting. While both four-seater private and commercial vehicle owners will see ₹10 increase, commercial and cargo vehicles will have to pay ₹20 more. The revised rates will be applicable at all 55 toll barriers across the state. The State Excise and Taxation Department has raised the entry fee for different categories of vehicles and toll barriers for the financial year 25 to 26. Obtained government nod, Himachal set to get 3 helicopters soon. From Shimla, committed to advancing helicopter projects to boost tourism. Improve connectivity in remote areas, 16 helicopters being constructed in all district headquarters and tribal areas, said spokesperson. HP, Madhya Pradesh Congress in charge Patel to visit Shimla tomorrow with several tasks in hand. From Shimla Express News Service. History, identity, summer. When it comes to food, there is no such thing as an origin story. If internet theorists are to be believed, centuries before he became the subject of a hit film, the second Maratha Emperor Sambhaji is said to have inspired another creation which became a blockbuster at a whole other level. Charge of the Right Brigade. Liberal international order may be facing irreversible structural decline, but there may not be an enduring global alliance of the right. Turning in the widening gear or falcon cannot hear the falconer, or things fall apart. The center cannot hold melee. Anarchy is loosed upon the word. William Butler Yeats' words seem to be resonate with the breathtaking pace of developments last week that heralded the rise of a new era of politics. It started with US Vice President J.D. Vance crossing the diplomatic red line by commenting on the domestic affairs of his European allies in Munich. Vance chastised European governments for ignoring those with contradictory political views regarding immigration, availed reference to the German far-right party Alternative for German. It came on the heels of Elon Musk publicly supporting the AfD. This was followed by a phone call between US President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin, where the two effectively decided to sacrifice Ukraine and sidestep Europe to come a deal, burying in one fell swoop 75 years of the transatlantic consensus on security symbolized by NATO. As European leaders have historically been the ones sidestepping, others when it comes to foreign policy, Africa says hello. They panicked and rushed to Paris to discuss an alternate European security framework. Simultaneously, UK's Prime Minister Keir Starmer and French President Emmanuel Macron planned rushed troops to Washington to persuade Trump. Meanwhile, in the recent German elections, the conservative CSU or CDU return to power, with the far right AFD a close second. Amidst all this, Italy's PM Giorgia Meloni criticized the left for its hysteria over the rise of conservative politicians worldwide. So, is there an actual resurgence of the right? What does this mean for the future of international politics? The first step is to understand the nature of this politics. The traditional left-right binary doesn't add much to our understanding, as it apps all kinds of politics together, the left with the liberal and the conservative with the neo-nationalist. It may be more accurate to characterize post-World War II politics in Western Europe as status quo characterized by a bipartisan consensus on the free market economy, electoral democracy, and the acceptance of the US hegemony or security umbrella under NATO. There were of course major differences on issues such as the welfare state, culture and immigration. But by and large, novel politics mean playing by certain rules, no matter which party came to power in this context. Conservative politics was closer to Michael Oxford's conception to be conservative than is it to prefer the familiar to the known, to prefer the tried to the untried. While this may seem irrational, it also worked within the historical context of a post-war European stabilized by the Marshall Plan and one which afforded considerable social security to citizens. However, with the spread of neoliberalism in the 1980s, as states were compelled to free the shackles on capital and undertake austerity, this stability began to give with the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991. The threat of communism also resetted, allowing capital even more freedom to evade taxation and decry welfarist measures as economic populism. For a while, things seemed to work. The rise of the Tony Blair or Bill Clinton style of politics heralded the new age of globalization. However, with rising economic inequality came rising insecurity. This also meant that the older consensus began to give way as the status quo liberal conservative politics no longer offered by any solution. Thus, neo-nationalist parties with extreme right-wing agendas began to gain a subletarian popularity. The power of nuclear India's project to enhance the use of nuclear energy was now overdue. It will require innovations and leveraging of the country's market strength. At long last, the government seems to have awakened to the inevitable role of nuclear energy in the realization of Viksit Bharat, setting up hundreds GVs of nuclear capacity by 2047 may seem like a tall order, especially with little clarity on how it will be accomplished, yet it is minimum mission statement for the long road of Viksit Bharat. Punjab Deputy Tahsildar dismissed for illegal land mutation in Mohali from Chandigarh. Sexual exploitation charges put down on as government joins Dharma call from Rajasthan. 11 held encroachment notices to mosque graveyard. Beaver, it started with rupees 2000, going missing from a wallet in the 10 days. Since a town in this district of Rajasthan has been swept up in communal tension with a growing web of charges leading to the arrest of 11 members of the Muslim community for allegedly exploiting Hindu girl, while the police still took for evidence the VHP has got involved. Governor Haribhau Baude has suggested the girls were targeted as they are associated with the Hindu organization. The families of the accused in the local Jama Masjid have got encroachment notices in a town with a mixed population of 1 lakh that lived largely in peace is battling apprehension of violence. Family members of one of the original complaints told that the Indian Express that the details spilled out after the father of the girl noticed money missing from his wallet. He questioned his daughter, who confessed to having taken the money. Later, the mother discovered a phone in her daughter's school bag on which she has reportedly been talking to a Muslim youth. According to family, the girl's sister, also a minor, was then found to be in touch with another Muslim youth. The girls allegedly told their parents the youths had made videos of their meetings and were blackmailing them to continue the relationship. On February 16, the family of the two girls filed an FIR accusing the two Muslim youths of sexually exploiting the girls and trying to convert them. Later, families of 3 more minor girls in the same locality filed similar FIRs naming 3 other youths. Located 3 hours from Jaipur, the town has emerged recently as an economic hub with businessmen finding new markets in distant Mumbai and Kolkata. While the owner of these businesses are mostly Hindu, their employees and Muslims. In keeping with the growing affluence, cafes and restaurants now dot the small town. As per the families of the girls, the accused would be lay them on their way back from school, and it is at the cafes that they met. Of the 11 arrested, 3 are minors. Deputy Superintendent of Police Sarjan Singh said, "We have received judicial custody of 3 of the 11 with the minors sent to juvenile detention center." Singh added that so far no incriminating photos of the girls or other such evidence had been found in the phones of the youths, and they had sent the devices to the State Forensic Science Laboratory for further inspection. Police are yet to receive reports of the medical tests done on the girls. Separately, the local municipality has sent notices, 10 in all, to my family members of the accused, the Jama Masjid and the local graveyard authorities seeking proof of ownership of the land they occupy. On February 24, the veranda of the house of one of the accused was demolished by the municipality, fearing they may face similar action. Community members have contacted legal experts in New Delhi for help. On Tuesday, a group of Muslims gave an application to the Bihar collector regarding these notices and referred to the Supreme Court guidelines issued last year regarding demolition. The collector subsequently directed the municipality not to move ahead with any demolition. However, by then some structures had already faced the hammer. Sadiq Qureshi, the president of the Am Muslim Samaj, said, "We do not support any criminal act by anyone. If the youths are culprits, punish them. But why target the biggest mosque in the town. Quraisi showed the photographs of an inscription on the graveyard wall saying that the former chairman of the municipality supported its construction, that of a gate, when the municipality itself gave funds. How can this be illegal? Said Samo Khan, a member of the Jama Masjid committee. Professor who praised Godse, now NIT Calicut Dean, Calicut Dean, Congress subjects from Thiruvananthapuram. Nitish expands cabinet to full capacity, inducts 7 BJP MLAs from Patna with around 8 months left for assembly elections in Bihar. Chief Minister Nitish Kumar Wednesday expanded his cabinet with 7 new ministers, all from his alliance partner BJP. The cabinet now has 36 ministers, including the CM, the maximum number allowed in the state, which has a 243-member assembly. For the first time since 2005, BJP, the senior alliance partner, now has 21 ministers, followed by Nitish's ZD with 13 and Hindustani Awam Morcha secular with 1. The state also has an independent minister. In top court, Centre opposes lifetime ban on convicted politicians from contesting polls. Centre says call for ban amounts to directing Parliament to frame a law in a particular manner. The Centre said there are several penals law that confine the operation of the penalty to an appropriate length of time, and said that by this deterrence is ensured while undue harshness is avoided. Communal clash over loudspeaker during Shivratri in Jharkhand. Army returns fire after vehicle comes under attack in Rajouri. Climate of hostility. In the face of US veto, IPCC can draw inspiration from its seminal work during Trump's first presidency despite constant Dubai to Malvan securing the new oil. India must open up exploration of criminal minerals to protect its interest. Dear Mr. Musk, the quality of teaching. The quality of teaching, that's the issue to be debated. Non-adoption of the three language formula. Debates in the early decades of independence typically focused on national derivation, pedagogic appropriateness, and the egalitarian goals of the Constitution. For this, the dominance of English medium private school was a considerable factor, although their number was quite small at the time. Many eminent politicians of the North had anticipated a gradual decline of the status of English. All sides saw language as a medium, and so did policy makers and teacher trainers. This reality did not change even as the political struggle over language proved divisive and detrimental to children's interests. Tamil Nadu's refusal to adopt the three-language formula has aided the centre. A two-language policy has been in place in Tamil Nadu for decades, and there is no ground to say that it is going to change anytime soon. The three-language policy is also not new, and its on record is rather than checkered even in states where it has been in place for a long time. In the Hindi belt of the north, there is no instance of the use of this formula to introduce children to a contemporary language of another state. You can't find even a private school in, say, Uttar or Madhya Pradesh, where Punjabi or Tamil has the status of a third language under the hallowed formula. In the post-independence history of our system of education, language has consistently remained a strangely controversial issue. One reason is that language has been perceived mainly as a medium of instruction rather than a means to think and express oneself during childhood. Not just the word medium, but the other word in that phrase, instruction, is also interesting and loaded with history. That of colonial days, when education was believed to consist of instruction alone, the idea that children learn better when they feel relaxed emerged well after the mid-20th century in educational theory. It influenced systems of education in European countries when serious attempts were made to improve teachers' training and school curriculum to accommodate the new perspective on language teaching. The world around them was not recognized as an important factor of educational reform. The system remained tied to the old perception that teaching is essentially instruction and its impact depends on the medium chosen for it. Of course, this is not the whole story of the language program. Until quite recently, policy circles in education were acutely aware of the history of the program after independence. Language was perceived as a key factor to be addressed for the goal of national integration. In fact, the history of this perception goes further back. As independence came closer, the issue became charged with concern, with contestation and claim. The question was debated in the Constituent Assembly. A related question was that of the official language of the Union government. Neither of the two questions proved simple. There was no obvious shivering within the language. They had assumed to be the answer of India's quest for national language like any other language. Hindi had more than one variety and the struggle within its politico-literary world was quite intense if not bitter. No arena was more active than education for the debate over language. Debates in the early decades of the independence typically focused on national integration, pedagogical appropriateness and egalitarian goals of the Constitution. For this, the dominance of English medium private schools was a considerable factor, although their number was quite small at the time. Many eminent politicians of the North had anticipated a gradual decline of the status of English all-side saw language as a medium, and so did policy makers and teachers trainers. This reality did not change even as the political struggle over language grew divisive and detrimental to children's interest. By the 1980s, it had become clear that the language alone. This equilibrium was rather tender and also ineffective. It was maintained under the three-language formula, an early invention that carried the approval of the Central Advisory Board of Education. This remarkable form had served India since the 1920s to resolve many difficult debates concerning the practical of federal governance in education. This form has been in disuse over the recent past, and the consequences are now surfacing. Let us mobile instrumental available for building consensus and keeping everybody in touch with what was happening in debates is like absorbing the history of our system of education. The solution that CABE offered were not mandatory or final, but a real awareness of what will work and what will not. In the context of language education, the real impasse is not over this or that formula, but over standards. While science and mathematics are being enforced by coaching institutions, no one bothers about the standard of language teaching. Many makes have now made the teaching of English compulsory from the beginning in government schools, but that has made little difference to the standard of teaching. Our English is often quite limited even in Andhra Pradesh, where in the old days the Hyderabad-based Institute for English had the resources to work with teachers of state schools all over the country. It is pleasant memory now. What is flourishing everywhere is the business of low-budget private schools by claiming to be fully English medium. Not just English, the standards of teaching in Hindi are no better. It is that forces the satisfaction in respective states. The long-term benefits of learning a language well are also declining. One major indicator of this is the declining reading habit. Reading is taught from the earliest grades, but schools fail to produce habitual readers. Monday Mahashivratri fair, a confluence of faith, culture and tradition. A vibrant celebration where faith, culture and tradition converse, showcasing the spiritual legacy of Mandi through grand processions, folk dances and timeless rituals. As dusk descends over the tranquil Bias River, Mandi, often called the Choti Kashi of Himachal Pradesh, transforms into a vibrant mosaic of devotion and celebration. This marks the eve of its legendary International Shivratri Festival, a 7-day extravaganza that draws not only thousands of devotees and tourists, but also divine presence. Known for its deep-rooted cultural heritage and spiritual significance, the festival stands as one of India's most unique celebrations, bridging the gap between ancient traditions and contemporary cultural expressions. The origin of the Mandi Shivratri fair trace back to the 16th century when Raja Asbar Sen established the revered Bhutnath temple at the heart of the town. Over the centuries, the festival has flourished under the patronage of successive rulers, including Raja Suraj Sen, who introduced Vishnu worship by constructing the Madurai temple. This harmonious blend of Shaivism and Vaishnavism lies at the very core of the fair, symbolized by the due reverence for both Lord Shiva at Bhutnath temple, and Lord Vishnu, Madurai, the patron deity of Mandi. This spiritual fusion is key to understanding the region's unique religious culture. A defining feature of this festival is the grand procession, which sees over 200 village deities arriving in Mandi in intricately decorated rathas and palanquins. These divine guests gather up at battle ground where they are worshipped in a precise hierarchical order. Each deity in turn pays homage to Madurai and the reasoning Radha, underscoring the sacred connection between spirituality and governance. The Shobha Yatra, the festival's crowning spectacle, with a stunning parade led by Madurai himself, accompanied by folk dancers, musicians and drummers, whose rhythmic beats resonate across the hills, infusing the atmosphere with energy and devotion. On the eve of Mahashivratri, excitement fills the air as preparations reach their crescendo. On the eve of Mahashivratri, excitement fills the air as preparations reach their crescendo. Artisans from surrounding regions set up vibrant stalls offering woolen garments, honey, handcrafted textiles and traditional jewelry, transforming the festival into a bustling marketplace for the local community. This thriving commerce provides vital livelihoods while simultaneously preserving age-old crafts that speak to the region's rich heritage. The festival also acts as a platform for artisans to showcase their work to a wider audience, allowing their skills to be appreciated and passed down their generations. More than just a marketplace, the Mandi Shivaratri fair is a living treatment to the region's intangible cultural heritage. Folk songs recount ancient legends and traditional dances honor the area's artistic legacy. On the final night, the Jagran ceremony is sacred vigil marked by prayers, hymns and prophecies unites communities in a shared experience of shape and spiritual renewal. This event binds the devotees together, further strengthening the bonds of faith that define the festival. Mandi Shivratri is far more than a religious event. It is a celebration of unity, history and resilience. As the two sparkles with ziyas and fireworks, Mandi reaffirms its position as a cultural epicenter, offering all who visit an unmatched spectacle of faith, festivity and tradition. This blend of devotion, culture and community pride ensures that Mandi remains a beacon of natural, spiritual significance and cultural richness for generations to come. Mandi Shivratri fair from mythology to modernity. The timeless allure of Mandi Shivratri. The Mandi Shivratri fair weaves together centuries-old customs, a harmonious blend of Shivaism and Vaishnavism, and a lively marketplace, making it a unique cultural spectacle, nestled along testament to enduring traditions and spiritual spiritual devotion during its iconic International Shivaratri Fair, with roots tracing back to the 16th century. This week-long celebration has evolved into a global phenomenon, attracting participants from all walks of life and cementing Mandi's place as the Varanasi of hills. Revered not only for its spiritual significance, the fair also exemplifies the seamless fusion of faith, culture and community, becoming the landmark events in Himachal Pradesh's cultural calendars. Legend has it that the festival began during the reign of Raja Ishwari Singh, who returned to Mandi after years of exile. His homecoming coincided with Mahashivratri, prompting a grand pastoral reception and that set the stage for the vibrant and elaborate festivities that continue to this day. Since then, the fair has blossomed into a major spiritual event, systematizing the convergence of over 200 local deities, each brought to Mandi in beautifully adorned rathas or palanquins. The procession is an awe-inspiring display of devotion and artistry where the deities, dressed in intricate costumes, travel from their village to the town, becoming the heart of the celebrations. At the core of the festival lies a unique blending of Shaivism and Vaishnavism. Lord Shiva is worshipped at the historic Bhujnath temple, while Lord Vishnu, represented by Madurai, takes a center stage in the festival's rituals. On the eve of Mahashivratri, the Shobha Yatra unfolds, a magnificent procession led by Madurai himself. The parade, accompanied by colorful folk dancers, musicians and enthusiastic devotees draped in vibrant attire, captures the essence of Mandi's rich cultural vibrancy and spiritual fervor, bringing alive the regions, traditions for all to witness. The festival also plays a vital role in sustaining the local economy. Artisans and traders from Kangra, Kullu and surrounding areas set up vibrant stalls showcasing a variety of products such as woolen shawls, organic honey, intricately designed jewelry and handcrafted textiles. These goods not only attract buyers from near and far but also ensuring that traditional skills are passed down through generations. In this way, Mandi Shivratri contribute to both the cultural and economic vitality of the region. Culturally, Mandi Shivratri is a treasure trove of intangible heritage, folk music and dance performances narrate ancient legends, while artisans display their handcrafted creations, bringing the region's artistic legacy to life. The Jagran ceremony held on the penultimate night adds a mystical elements as gurus and disciples offer prophecies, creating a bridge between the past and future. This sacred vigil fosters a deeper connection among the community members who all gather to share in the spiritual energy of the occasion. For both residents and visitors, the festival fosters deep sense of belonging and community. It transcends religious observance, becoming a true celebration of life, culture and history as the deities make their way back to their villages after the festivities. Mandi returns to its peaceful self, leaving behind memories of a truly unforgettable experience. Mandi Shivratri captures the soul of Himachal Pradesh, a seamless blend of faith, tradition and modernity. It serves as a reminder of how festivals can transcend boundaries, uniting people across cultures and generations. offering a glimpse into a world where the past and present coexist in harmony. Now, news in explanation. Naksha, a new initiative announced in the budget aimed at updating records of land in urban areas of the country. News from New Delhi. The UN vote on Ukraine, the dramatic dueling on the third anniversary of the war spotlighted the widening rift between the USA and Europe. India held its neutral line. Its abstentions reflected its policy of strategic multi-alignment. How US-Europe break is changing the world order. For the first time, a genetic disorder treated the worm. Pope Francis is ailing. How does the Catholic Church chooses a new Pope? From New Delhi. Thousands were praying for Pope Francis in St. Peter's Square in Vatican City as the 88 years old pontiff remained in a critical condition in Rome's Gemelli Hospital, where he was admitted on February 14. The Pope has pneumonia in both lungs, and although the Vatican announced a slight improvement in his condition on Tuesday, it remains precarious. The fragility of the pontiff's health has raised questions about his ability to sustainably lead the Catholic Church, even if full recovery from his current illness. Since 1415, all popes except one have died in office. Benedict XVI, Francis' predecessor, who assumed the papacy in 2005, retired in 2013, citing a lack of strength of mind and body. What happens if the Pope passes away or resigns, an event that is known as a papal renunciation or abdication? If the Pope dies, detailed laws and rituals, some dating back to the Middle Ages, govern the transfer of power from one Pope to the next. The passing of the pontiff triggers the interregnum, the period of between two papacies. The death is verified by the Cameringo, the cardinal who serves as the treasurer of the church. He ceremonically calls out the Pope's baptismal name thrice and pronounces him dead if no response is received. The ring of the fisherman, the Pope's signet ring bearing the seal of his papacy, is broken off to symbolize the end of his rule. The papal apartment is locked and sealed, and the Camerlengo informs the College of Cardinals that the Pope is no more. The Novedial, or 9 days of the mourning follows. The Pope's body is dressed in papal regalia and placed for public viewing in St. Peter's Basilica. In 2022, Pope Francis arranged for his body to be placed in the simple coffin, dispensing with the 3 coffins made of cypress, lead and oak that are traditionally used. The funeral is held within 4 to 6 days and is led by the Dean of College of Cardinals. Most popes are buried underneath St. Peter's Basilica, but Pope Francis decided in 2022 that he should be buried away from the Vatican in the Santa Maria Megiddo Basilica in Rome. Sede vacante, with the passing or resignation of the Pope begins the period of sede vacante, meaning the seat is vacant, during which the rule of the church falls to the college. Within 15 to 20 days, cardinals under age 80 arrives from all over the world to participate in the papal conclave, the secret election process to determine a successor. The cardinals, who are sequestered in the Sistine Chapel in the Vatican, vote in several rounds until a single candidate enjoys a two-thirds majority for each round of voting that does not yield a pope. Black smoke is released from the chapel. White smoke signals the election of a new pope. A representative from the College of Cardinals stands in the main balcony of St. Peter's Basilica and announces, "Habermas Peckham, we have a pope." The new pope, who chooses a name that usually honors saint or predecessors, then delivers his first address to the public from the balcony. Why Telangana Sirsaland tunnel crashes are different from Dehradun? Around 5:30 a.m. on November 2023, an under construction tunnel on the Yamunotri National Highway connecting Sirsaland and Dandalgaon in Uttarakhand's Uttarkashi district collapsed, trapping 41 workers inside. Rescuers could establish communication with the men through walkie-talkie, and food and oxygen were supplied through a pipe meant to supply water. After 400 hours, they were rescued. On Saturday, another tunnel collapse was reported, trapping 8 men, this time in Telangana, but experts say this is a more challenging operation, with operations underway at the Sirsaland left bank canal in Nagar Kurnool. The Indian Express spoke with experts to understand how the operations are different from that of Uttarakhand's Sirsaland tunnel rescue. J&K CM's comment linking security cover of Midwest to winning separatism through via Salim Continuum new teams how CPM plans Bengal revival. In BJP's Gujarat civic poll sweep, key take away big jump in its Muslim winners. News from Ahmedabad, Surat. As the results of the Gujarat local body elections came in on February 18, they were along expected lines. The BJP swept the polls, winning 1,608 of the 2,171 seats across municipalities, municipal corporations and district and taluka panchayats. But one aspect of its dominant display stood out in 66 municipalities that voted. Midterm polls were held in an additional 2 bodies. The number of Muslim candidates elected on BJP ticket went up significantly, with the ruling party making inroads in districts where voters from the minority community are sizable in number. In 2018, The last time elections were held in these municipalities, 46 Muslims won on the BJP ticket in 75 municipalities overall, including the 66 that voted this year. This year the number is up to 76, including 33 women. The party had fielded 103 Muslim candidates, with several of these candidates from municipalities in the districts of Patna, Patan, Kheda, Panchmahal and Junagadh, where no Muslim BJP candidates were elected last time. Supreme Court stays High Court order asking government to procure drugs to treat rare diseases. Kerala man suffering from SMA from New Delhi. The Supreme Court had stayed a Kerala High Court order asking the center to provide medicines. What's rupees 18 lakh to a 24-year-old suffering from a group C rare disease spinal muscular atrophy over and above down rupees 50 lakh, which such patients are entitled to under a central government scheme. Issue notice returnable in the week commencing 17th of April 2025 till the next date of hearing. There will be a stay of the order of the impugned judgment. The bench of CJI Sanjeev Khanna and Justice Sanjay Kumar said in its February 24 order, the top court was hearing an appeal by the center against the February 6, 2025 order by a Kerala High Court Division Bench directing that Rishtipam, the drug used to treat SMA, be provided as a one-time measures to continue the treatment of 24-year-old Seva PA as the matter regarding the drug's high pricing before a single judge bench will take at least a month to be taken now. Seva's plea before the High Court said that the drug currently costs rupees 6.2 lakh per bottle, while patients up to 20 kg weight need a bottle every month. Those above 20 kg may need up to before this Supreme Court that though the High Court Division Bench had clarified that it will not be a blinding precedent. There are more than 3,000 patients across India with varying facts and their circumstances, and if citing that their case is unique is the only ground to be entitled to a grant of more than rupees 50 lakh, then that itself will become a binding precedent. The council appealing for the center said that the policy places a cap irrespective of resources. Above 50 lakh, we don't have a policy. We cap it at rupees 50 lakh for everybody. Appealing for the respondents, Seva PA and others, Senior Advocate Anand Glover along with Advocate Priyanka Prakash submitted here when there are hundreds of patients suffering from the rare disease. The government could have either negotiated with a private company manufacturing the drug or issued compulsory license under the provisions of the Patients Act 1970. Section 1970 of the Act empowers the government to grant compulsory license for patents. So the patents in certain circumstances, while Section 100 allows it to use even patented inventions for its purposes. The bench, however, said that the government may be refraining from adhering to given its international ramifications. Glover said that both China and Pakistan negotiated with the substantially. He wondered why the central government is not doing it. The CGI said, why would the Indian government not be interested they will be very much interested. It's easy to be critical on them. They would have tried their level best to get the prices down. The Supreme Court told the Centre's counsel to see if it can allow requests for expenditure around rupees 50 lakh on a case-to-case basis, to which the counsel said it is already being done only on a case-to-case basis. We don't have any other approach. The top court in its order said it will be open to the government to examine the request made by SEBA. It also allowed the government and the respondents to get in touch with the drug manufacturing company so as to enable the treatment of patients suffering from SMA. The bench added that the petitioners can send a copy of its order to the drug manufacturers with a request to supply the medicines at a concessional rate. Thanks, brothers and sisters, all my dear friends. Today, all of you are providing your valuable time. All of you are the listeners, and listeners play the role of judges, and speakers always release his energy. So there is wide difference between this, but both are the two sides of one coin. So you can judge it and you can give your blessings. May God bless all of us. Thank you very much. Thanks all of you.